You're welcome back to The Pulse. And of course, it's time now to talk about an exciting event that's about to take place. I'm talking about the Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Challenge Prize, GSTEP. Well, they are organizing an exhibition and an award ceremony as well. All of that is happening here in Accra. You would want to hear about it. So let's speak to Tonyin Dina, who is the project manager at GSTEP, and also Isaac Efree, project consultant at GSTEP. It's good to see you, ladies and gentlemen, here in our studio. I like the red, first of all.
Thank you very much.
It shows how ready you are for the ceremony. But for those who may not know about GSTEP, just give us a little education on that.
Cool. Can you just take that, Isaac?
Yeah.
Okay. So GSTEP basically is an acronym for Ghana Science and Technology Engineering Prize. So it is a challenge for junior high school students across the country. We started it in 2001, but that was more or less the year zero because we used that phase to do a bit of research to understand the landscape and to also get contribution from stakeholders to see how we could shape up and design the project. And so last year, which is 2022, which we are climaxing tomorrow actually, was sort of the pilot phase based on the contribution from stakeholders in the education sector. So we use it to then pilot our understanding. So basically this is what it is, and it is supposed to actually challenge the young ones to actually come up with solutions to the problems in their communities.
And I see that a lot of activities will be taking place tomorrow. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So we have 12 categories for our awards, and we're really excited about them. The top three for our best participants, finalists, but we've got some wonderful awards for our mentors, for our teachers. We've got our exhibition stand, as we've said, so we're going to have a people's choice, so people have got a chance to go around the exhibitions and look and see what our young people have done and give them a chance to contribute and say who they feel is the best.
When we talk about science and technology, the feeling is, well, it's not for the developing world because elsewhere they have what it takes to run science and technology. How is GSTEP impacting the system here in Ghana?
What we've tried to do is impact from the bottom up and the top down. So we're working with the Ghana Education Ministry, we're working with our partners, there's us here from MEST, Meltwater Entrepreneurship School of Technology. We've got DEXT, who are a training organisation based in Kumasi, who deal with science and technology prototyping in schools already. We're working with Dream Oval, who deal with education and training our young people. We're trying to make sure that everyone's talking to each other, everyone's communicating with each other. And as Isaac said, this was the pilot first 2 years. We're now going into the third year, where we're really hoping we've got a lot of traction with the work we've done already on the ground.
The exhibition, Isaac, is it open to the general public?
Absolutely, it's open to the general public. So we are inviting them to come and watch what the young ones are doing, what some of us did not have the advantage or the
opportunity to do.
To actually do. I mean, sometimes I marvel when I see the output or the product of these young ones. And for me, it's exciting because, and you asked the question if I should, because for me, it's very dear to my heart. Yes, for developing countries, the truth is that we even need science and technology more. Why? Because you realize that any other thing is very subjective, right? So you can put money in any other area and you are not 100% sure of the outcome. But science and technology is always objective. So you know what you are getting. So for developing countries, we need to actually prioritize that. And that is also a way to help us level the development gap. So for me, science and technology is very, very important in our sphere.
And on the lineup, I see that the Education Minister, Dr. Educhum, is expected to be there.
Yeah. He has always been with us since the beginning, and that's something we are proud about. And he's also been very, very passionate along the way. He's been very supportive and very helpful. And so seeing an important step like this, I know, I mean, he decided not to miss it for anything, despite his heavy schedule. So he is going to be present.
Tony, are there plans to expand GSTEP? Do you have plans of expansion?
Thank you so much for that question, because as we said, this is a pilot. We really want to expand. So we started with a small amount of schools, around 10, 15, and then this year we did 25 in Kumasi and 25 in Accra. We want to go to the 16 regions of Ghana. But we're going to start with 100 for next year, which is the third stage of our pilot time, and then see what that develops. Because we, as I said, we want to, bring the schools together. What's been really interesting is seeing how the teachers are also getting part of this. They're science teachers, and they've been given some of the tools that they need to help their students. And it's been amazing to see the relationship between student and teacher now, which is...
I see that you're excited about that.
I am.
But practically speaking, we can't have everyone there. So I'm sure you're deploying some technology, right? Just to get more and more people to have a sense of what's happening there.
What we want is for people to, if you can't come to the award ceremony tomorrow, we've got it on live stream on our Facebook page. What we want people to do is be more aware of us, and we want schools to be more aware. And if you can't take part in this year, then start something, anything. Start a science quiz or science prize in your own school, and then come to us when you're ready. We have a very open criteria as to what we need, and it's a school with at least one girl in the group, and it could be anyone from 4 to 6 in a group, and it's our JHS, so junior high school, 11 to 16-year-olds. So any school who has that criteria can apply, and there is some set criteria, but we're really interested in the solutions to the problems that are in your everyday life. It's not just about what you think is an airy-fairy subject. Science, as Isaac said, it's very practical. So use science to show practically. And what our young people have said is, I didn't know it could do that. Oh, that's really great, that's science. And giving them an interest and a love of science.
I'm interested in the application process. Let's get to it. How can schools reach out to GSTEP?
Oh, okay. So the application is always on our socials, and you go to the GSTEP website, gstep.org.gh. You'll see the process. So when we climax this year's or last year's event tomorrow, the moment we finish, application will kick in. So you are free to apply, look at the problems in your society, and then send an application. You can always reach out to us, because we are dealing with young people, so we have a different approach, right? We are very, very innovative, very responsive, and we don't go through the normally structured approach because we want them to be creative and innovative, and we want them not to be boxed. So we are very...
Do you set the targets for them, or it's open? You can come up with
It's open because we don't know the problems in everybody's society, because we are looking at problems in your society, not problem in my society. So it must be relevant wherever you are. And so it is very open. There were ideas we never thought of, but when they came on board, we accepted them and then made sure we got the necessary resources to enable them to actually prototype. So that is how we are. We don't say we've not budgeted for this or we've not programmed for this, and so we are not taking it. No, because we want them to be innovative. So if you look at the prizes, we have different prizes for innovative idea, for science application, like different prizes, and that is how open we are. Yes.
So if there's a parent watching us now, just send that message across as to why they need to encourage their children to, of course, adapt to what's happening now, science and technology.
Thank you. Wonderful question. A parent out there wants their young person to be able to be having a livelihood once they finish school, their education. So the jobs of the future involve science and technology. So if you don't have those skills, you're not going to have a place. So for us, this is giving you a love for science and technology as you're developing at such an early age. And then you start to see the different types of roles that you can have as you get older, but at least you've had a good foundation. And problem solving is something that we really want to encourage. And this is what this prize really does. It really encourages teamwork, problem solving, and solving it in your area. So you find a solution for your area. How amazing is that? And then you take that further and further. So please encourage your children to keep abreast of the out-of-school activities. We ask a lot, but we've got mentors, we've got coaches, we've got trainers to help them along their way, and this will be invaluable for their learning.
And we're grateful to Toyin and Isaac for joining us here. You need to, of course, be a part of that GSTEP exhibition and award ceremony. You're watching The Pulse. We'll be back shortly.